In the far reaches of the galaxy, there lay a planet known as Valak 9, a hellish world where the environment was as deadly as the creatures that roamed its surface. Toxic storms raged, acid rain fell in sheets, and predators lurked in every shadow. To survive here was to embrace the chaos, and only the toughest soldiers dared to tread its soil. They were the Deathworld shock troopers. Captain Lyra Voss stood at the helm of her unit, the 7th Shock Troopers, known across the galaxy for their ruthlessness and resilience. With a reputation forged in countless battles, they had become a legend, whispers of their exploits spreading like wildfire among the stars. But today, they faced their greatest challenge yet. The Alliance had received reports of a rogue faction attempting to harness Valak 9's deadly flora and fauna to create a bioweapon. Their base was nestled deep within the Wraith Forest, a labyrinth of towering trees and treacherous terrain that few had returned from. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in blood-red hues, Lyra gathered her squad for the mission briefing. "Listen up," she barked, her voice slicing through the tension. "Intel suggests the enemy has set up defensive perimeters. We'll drop in from the east and cut through their lines. Expect heavy resistance, this won't be a walk in the park. But remember, we're shock troopers, we thrive in chaos." Her team nodded, the fire of determination igniting in their eyes. Among them was Sergeant Jax, a towering figure with a heart as fierce as his bionic arm. Specialist Mira, whose uncanny ability to track anything, even in the thickest of storms, had saved their lives more times than they could count. And Corporal Cade, the demolitions expert, whose love for explosives bordered on obsession. As they prepared for deployment, the troop transport buzzed with energy, each soldier strapped on their gear, checking weapons and reviewing mission protocols. When the doors finally opened, the howling winds of Valak 9 rushed in, filling the transport with the scent of rain and decay. They jumped. The drop was exhilarating. Lyra felt the adrenaline surge as she landed with a thud, rolling to absorb the impact. The Wraith Forest loomed before them, dark and foreboding. The moment they stepped into the shadows, the world changed, muted sounds, unfamiliar rustles, and the ever-present sense of being watched. "Stay close," Lyra commanded, her instincts heightened. The team advanced in formation, every sense on high alert. As they navigated the gnarled roots and creeping vines, the first skirmish erupted. Enemies emerged from the underbrush, fleshy, grotesque creatures armed with makeshift weapons, their eyes glinting with malice. "Contact," Jax shouted, firing his weapon with pinpoint accuracy. The forest exploded into chaos as the shock troopers engaged, their training kicking in like second nature. Lyra led the charge, her blade slicing through the air, a dance of death amidst the swirling shadows. After a fierce battle, the last of the enemy combatants lay strewn across the ground, breathing heavily. They regrouped. "Keep moving," Lyra urged, her heart racing. They pressed on, deeper into the forest, the oppressive atmosphere thickening with every step. As they neared the rogue faction's stronghold, they stumbled upon a nightmarish scene, twisted experiments, creatures captured and mutated beyond recognition. The troopers exchanged grim glances, understanding the horror of their mission. This was not just about stopping a weapon, it was about saving lives. Suddenly, an alarm blared, echoing through the trees. "They know we're here," Mira exclaimed, her eyes wide. "We need to move, now." The base was heavily fortified, but they had a plan. Cade's expertise came into play as he rigged explosives to breach the main entrance. As the timer ticked down, they took cover. The explosion rocked the ground, sending debris flying, and they surged into the chaos. Inside, they fought with renewed vigor. The hallways were lined with grotesque experiments, the walls pulsating with a sickly glow. They reached the command center, where the rogue leader awaited, an imposing figure shrouded in darkness. "Fools," he sneered, raising a weapon. "You think you can stop the evolution of humanity? We will control Deathworld." Lyra's gaze hardened. "Not if we stop you first." The ensuing battle was a flurry of fire and fury. With their combined strength, the shock troopers overcame the rogue leader, their resilience shining through the darkness. As the dust settled, Lyra surveyed the destruction. "Secure the base," she ordered. "We need to destroy everything they've created here." As they planted explosives and prepared to leave, Cade looked at her. "Do you think we'll ever find peace, Captain?" Lyra considered for a moment, the weight of their mission heavy on her shoulders. "Peace may be a distant dream, but we'll keep fighting for those who can't." With the base detonating behind them, the shock troopers emerged from the Wraith Forest, battered but unbroken. They had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, a testament to their strength and unity. Valak 9 remained a Deathworld, but it was theirs to protect. The galaxy would continue to whisper the name of the 7th Shock Troopers, a symbol of hope amidst chaos, ready to face whatever horrors awaited them next.